Write an engaging and emotional story based on the title. Police dog jumps into baby's stroller at airport. What officers found next stunned everyone. Begin the story with hook who joins the viewers at the end. Immediately capture attention. Also motive viewers to like video and subscribe the channel. Develop the plot with emotional depth and relatable characters, including key challenges and their resolutions. Ensure the story maintains a smooth pace suitable for an 4,000-minute YouTube video, leaving a strong, inspiring message by the end. Plain paragraphs but long story as you can based on 2,000-word estimate. In the bustling heart of JFK International Airport, where the hum of rolling suitcases and echoing announcements created a symphony of travel chaos, a single moment shattered the ordinary into something unforgettable. Picture this. A young family, exhausted but hopeful, pushing their baby stroller through the security line. Suddenly, without warning, a sleek German Shepherd police dog breaks free from its handler's leash and leaps straight into the stroller, its paws landing inches from the tiny infant inside. Gasps ripple through the crowd, phones whip out to record, and time seems to freeze. What happened next would stun everyone involved, and change lives forever. Emily Thompson clutched the stroller handle tighter, her heart pounding as she glanced at her husband, Jack. They were just an average couple from a quiet suburb in Ohio, finally taking their first family trip since their daughter, Lily, was born 6 months ago. Emily, a 28-year-old elementary school teacher with soft brown curls and a perpetual smile, had dreamed of this vacation for months. A reunion with her parents in Florida, where palm trees and warm beaches promised a break from the endless diaper changes and sleepless nights. Jack, a sturdy mechanic with calloused hands and a gentle demeanor, had scrimped and saved for the tickets, juggling overtime shifts to make it happen. Little Lily, bundled in a pink onesie with her chubby cheeks and wide blue eyes, cooed softly, oblivious to the world rushing around her. The airport was alive with the usual frenzy. Business travelers barking into phones, tourists fumbling with passports, and families herding kids toward gates. Emily and Jack had navigated the check-in lines without issue, their carry-on stuffed with baby essentials, bottles, blankets, and a favorite stuffed bunny named Hopper. As they approached the security checkpoint, Emily felt a familiar twinge of anxiety. Flying with a baby was no small feat. She'd read horror stories online about crying infants and judgmental stares. But so far, so good. They placed their bags on the conveyor belt, removed their shoes, and stepped through the metal detector. Lily's stroller went through the X-ray machine separately, emerging unscathed. That's when Max entered the picture. Max was a 5-year-old K-9 officer, trained meticulously by the TSA and the New York Police Department. His handler, Officer Maria Ramirez, a no-nonsense veteran with 15 years on the force, swore by him. Max wasn't just any police dog. He had a nose like no other, capable of detecting explosives, narcotics, and even subtle changes in human scent that signaled distress or illness. Ramirez had adopted him as a pup from a rescue program, turning him into a hero who had thwarted smuggling attempts and even saved lives during airport medical emergencies. On this particular Tuesday morning, Max was on routine patrol, his ears perked and tail wagging slightly as he sniffed the air. As Emily pushed the stroller forward post-security, Max froze. His body tensed, muscles rippling under his glossy black and tan coat. Ramirez tightened the leash, but it was too late. With a powerful bound, Max launched himself toward the stroller, jumping inside and burying his nose against Lily's blanket. The baby let out a startled cry, and Emily screamed, "Oh my God! Get him off her!" Jack lunged forward, but 2 other officers quickly intervened, holding him back. The crowd around them erupted, murmurs turning to shouts, security alarms blaring as more personnel rushed in. "Ma'am, sir, step back. Max is alerting on something," Ramirez barked, her voice calm but authoritative. She gently pulled Max away, but the dog whined insistently, pawing at the stroller's undercarriage. Emily's face drained of color. She scooped Lily into her arms, holding her close as tears welled up. "What did we do? Is this some mistake? We don't have anything illegal. Jack protested, his voice cracking with fear. He thought of the worst. Had someone planted something in their bags? Were they about to be arrested in front of their daughter? The officers formed a perimeter, ushering the family to a private screening room away from prying eyes. Phones were still recording from afar, and whispers spread like wildfire. Did you see that? The dog went crazy on that baby. In the small, sterile room with fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, Ramirez knelt beside the stroller, her gloved hands methodically searching. Max sat obediently now, but his eyes never left Lily, who was fussing in Emily's arms. Jack paced, his mind racing. He remembered the day Lily was born, how tiny and perfect she seemed, how he'd promised to protect her no matter what. Now, this? It felt like a nightmare. As Ramirez lifted the stroller's seat cushion, her eyes widened. "Everyone, stay calm," she said, her tone shifting from professional to urgent. Tucked beneath the fabric, hidden in a small zippered compartment that Emily and Jack had never even noticed, it was part of the stroller's design for storage, was a faint residue. But it wasn't drugs or explosives. Max wasn't trained just for threats, he was part of an experimental program for medical detection dogs, capable of sniffing out volatile organic compounds released by the body during certain health crises. Ramirez called for backup, including a medical team. "This isn't what you think," she explained to the terrified parents. "Max is alerting on a scent profile that matches potential illness. We need to check the baby." Emily's world tilted. "Illness? What do you mean? Lily's fine. She's had all her checkups." But as she said it, doubt crept in. Lily had been a fussy eater lately, crying more than usual, and there were those unexplained rashes that the pediatrician had dismissed as allergies. Jack sank into a chair, his head in his hands. This can't be happening. Not now, not like this. The medical team arrived swiftly, a doctor and 2 nurses equipped with portable diagnostic tools. They examined Lily gently, drawing a small blood sample while Emily hummed a lullaby to soothe her. Minutes stretched into an eternity as tests were run on site. The results came back, and the room fell silent. Lily had an undiagnosed congenital heart defect. A small hole in her septum that had gone undetected during routine exams. It was causing irregular blood flow, and Max had picked up on the subtle metabolic changes in her scent. If left untreated, it could have led to a sudden cardiac event, especially under the stress of air travel. The doctor explained it all. "Your dog saved her life today. Another hour in the air, and we might have been dealing with a mid-flight emergency." Stun didn't begin to cover it. Emily burst into sobs, clutching Lily tighter, while Jack reached out to shake Ramirez's hand, his voice choked. How do we thank you? And Max?" Ramirez smiled for the first time, scratching Max behind the ears. The dog wagged his tail, as if understanding the gravity of the moment. "Max does this because it's who he is. But you're the heroes here, parents who love their kid enough to fight through the fear." The family was rushed to a nearby hospital, where surgeons confirmed the diagnosis and scheduled a minimally invasive procedure to repair the defect. Emily and Jack spent the night in a hospital room, alternating between holding Lily and each other. They talked about everything, their fears of parenthood, the isolation of new family life, how they'd taken Lily's health for granted. "We almost lost her without even knowing," Emily whispered in the dim light. Jack nodded, his eyes misty. "But we didn't. Because of a dog who jumped into a stroller." Word spread quickly through the airport and beyond. Bystanders' videos went viral, capturing the dramatic leap and the family's emotional reunion with Max later that day. News outlets picked up the story. Hero police dog saves infant's life at JFK. Emily and Jack, once private people, found themselves in the spotlight, sharing their tale on local TV. But it wasn't just about the drama. It was the emotional undercurrent that resonated. Emily opened up about her postpartum anxiety, how she'd felt overwhelmed and alone. Jack admitted his struggles with work-life balance, fearing he wasn't present enough. Lily's condition became a symbol of hidden vulnerabilities, the things we don't see until a miracle forces us to look. Challenges mounted in the days that followed. The surgery, though routine, was terrifying. Emily paced the waiting room, replaying the airport scene in her mind. What if Max hadn't alerted? What if they'd boarded the plane? Jack dealt with insurance calls and rescheduling their trip, all while supporting Emily through her waves of guilt. I should have noticed something was wrong, she cried one night. But Jack pulled her close, we couldn't have known. This is our wake-up call to cherish every moment. The resolution came swiftly. Lily's procedure was a success, her tiny heart mended with a patch that would dissolve over time. Doctors marveled at the early detection. Without it, complications could have been severe. Back home in Ohio, the family adjusted to a new normal. Emily started a blog about parenting with hidden health issues, connecting with other moms who felt isolated. Jack took more time off work, prioritizing family outings. And Max? He became a legend in the K-9 unit, earning a commendation and even a visit from the Thompsons. Emily baked dog treats, and Lily, now giggling and healthy, reached out tiny hands to pet him. Ramirez shared stories of Max's past saves, reminding them that heroes come in all forms, furry or not. As the weeks turned to months, the story's impact rippled outward. Strangers reached out with their own tales of unexpected rescues, dogs detecting cancer, alerting to seizures, or simply providing comfort in dark times. Emily and Jack used their platform to advocate for medical detection programs, pushing for more funding and awareness. Life throws curveballs, Emily said in a viral interview, but it's the unexpected allies that help us swing back. Their family grew closer, bonded by the ordeal, and Lily thrived, her blue eyes sparkling with the innocence they'd almost lost. In the end, this wasn't just a tale of a dog and a stroller, it was a reminder of fragility and resilience. We go through life assuming everything's fine, but sometimes, it takes a leap of faith, or a leap from a faithful dog, to reveal the truth. Cherish your loved ones, listen to the signs, and never underestimate the power of a keen nose or a kind heart. If this story touched you, hit that like button, it means the world to us storytellers. And if you want more heartwarming tales that inspire and uplift, subscribe to the channel right now. You never know when the next miracle might jump right into your feed.